University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Cracksman.
Hello, there are 8 places in the quarter-final stage of this competition and 6 of them have already been claimed. The 7th will go to whichever team wins tonight, but it's sayonara to the losers. Now, the first round matches saw the team from the University of Bristol pull off a comfortable win against Sheffield University, winning by 210 points to 130. Impressive areas of knowledge on that occasion included eclectic architecture, amino acids, Australian cricket and earthworm poo. With an average age of 24, let's meet the Bristol team again.
Hi, I'm Joe Rolleston. I'm from Tamworth in Staffordshire and I'm training to teach history.
Hi, I'm Claire Jackson from Carshalton in South West London and I'm studying for an MSci in paleontology and evolution.
And this is their captain.
Hi, I'm Alice Clark. I'm from Oxford and I study medicine.
Hi, I'm Michael Tomsett from Hinckley in Leicestershire and I'm doing a PhD in organic chemistry.
Now, Oriel College, Oxford, won their first-round match against a somewhat off-message team from Manchester University and had 150 points at the gong against their opponent's mere 95. A kinder competition than this one would gloss over their confusing Bo Diddley with Cole Porter and their startling ignorance of popular music, but they were on safer ground answering on Germanic tribes, Monet and Kurosawa. With an average age of 23, let's meet the Oriel team again.
Hi, I'm Owen Monaghan. I'm from Banbridge in Northern Ireland and I study philosophy, politics and economics.
Hello, I'm Alex Shantonas. I'm from Cambridge and I study philosophy.
Their captain.
Hi, I'm Nathan Helms. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I also study philosophy.
Hello, I'm Tobias Thorns. I'm from Hadzer in Worcestershire and I'm studying for a DPhil in atmospheric physics.
OK, the rules haven't changed since the last time you were on this contest, so let's just get on with it. The metallic portion of what object consists of a cross pate of bronze, 3.8 centimetres in diameter, with the royal crown surmounted by a lion in the centre, above the inscription, "For Valour." Instituted...
Bristol Rolleston.
The Victoria Cross.
Correct, yes. You get the first set of bonuses, Bristol. They're on modern languages. Of which modern European language did the Irish novelist Flann O'Brien say, "Waiting for the verb is surely the ultimate thrill"?
German.
Yes. J.R.R. Tolkien likened his discovery of which language to, quote, "a wine cellar filled with bottles of amazing wine of a kind and flavour never tasted before. It quite intoxicated me."
Finnish.
Correct. The name of which language completes this statement from a work of 1784, given here in translation? What is not clear is not what?
Is not French.
Correct. Right, fingers on the buttons, another starter question. From 1850, the German physicist Rudolf Clausius formulated which concept in thermodynamics, regarded as a measure of the disorder of a system?
Bristol Tomsett.
Entropy.
Entropy is correct. These bonuses are on marine mammals, Bristol. The sea mammals classed as cetaceans include whales, dolphins and which other major group? Its species include harbour, finless and burmeisters.
Porpoises.
Correct. After a physical characteristic, what two-word name is given to the suborder Odontoceti? It includes river dolphins, porpoises and beaked whales.
It's toothed whale.
Toothed.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 words.
Yeah,
Toothed.
OK.
Toothed whale.
Correct. Monodon monoceros is a small toothed whale with what common name? Males have a long straight tusk that projects forward from above the mouth.
Narwhal.
Narwhal is correct, the so-called sea unicorn. Right, 10 points for this. Life is what happens when we're not checking facts. These words from the Huffington Post allude to which musician? He's often held erroneously to have originated the expression, life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans.
Oriel Shantanas.
John Lennon.
Yes. So your first bonuses, Oriel, are on middle names. What was the middle name of the science fiction writer Philip Dick? It is a 7-letter word meaning related by blood or descent or allied in nature or character.
It could be kindred. Kindred.
Correct. What was the middle name of Leslie Hartley, the author of The Go-Between? As a plural noun, it means the 2 points in the celestial sphere about which the stars appear to revolve.
Do you know what the second letter is?
What was it? The pole star?
Zenith.
No, it's poles. What was the middle name of the author of the Narnia books, Clive Lewis? As a plural noun, it can denote a form of fastening.
Staples.
Correct. 10 points for this. Thanks to a large number of boroughs enfranchised during Tudor times, which English county had in the early 19th century almost as many parliamentary seats as the whole of Scotland? Among its boroughs
Bristol Tomset.
Wiltshire.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. Among its boroughs disenfranchised in 1832 were Callington, Camelford and St Germans.
Oriel Thorns.
Oxfordshire.
No, it's Cornwall. 10 points for this. From the Greek for naked seeds, what term denotes plants such as conifers that reproduce by means of an
Bristol Jackson.
Gymnosperm.
Correct. Right, Bristol, these bonuses are on words that differ by a single letter from those in the NATO spelling alphabet. That's the one where BBC is Bravo, Bravo, Charlie. In each case, I want the word that is defined and the word it resembles in the spelling alphabet. For examples, rodeo and Romeo or brave and bravo. First, a rude, miserable or squalid dwelling place.
Hovel and hotel.
Hovel and hotel.
Correct. Second, a simple sum in Spanish. Cinco plus tres.
I don't know what Spanish is.
No.
Cinco says it's 11, 12, but I don't know.
I don't know.
This must have had to be in Spanish.
No, because...
Come on, let's have it, please.
8 and night.
No, it's ocho and echo. And finally, the chief helmsman of the Starship Enterprise, played in the original 1960s television series by George Takei.
Zulu and Zulu.
Yeah, Sulu and Zulu.
Correct. We're going to have a look at a picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see a map of the Netherlands with one of the provinces highlighted. 10 points if you can name the highlighted province.
Bristol Tomset.
Friesland.
Friesland is right. So you're going to see, for your picture bonuses, 3 more provinces of the Netherlands highlighted. 5 points for each you can identify. Firstly, the province labelled A.
Is Gelderland a province? Do you know any more?
Well, 2 of them are Holland, but I don't think either of them are. Any of them are, so...
What's your favourite?
One of them, there's Zeeland as well, isn't
The Zealand, yeah.
Let's go with that.
Zealand.
Correct. Secondly, the province labelled B.
That's like where Maastricht is. I don't know if it's named after Maastricht. You could try.
Could that
No,
be
but okay.
Gelderland? I know there was a...
All right.
Go on.
If you...
Gelderland.
No, it's Limburg. And finally, the province labelled C.
Try one of the Hollands, but if you don't have anything else.
What's your preferred option?
Nord Holland.
Nord Holland.
Correct. North Holland is right. Right, 10 points for this. In which novel of 1815 do these words appear? One has not great hopes from Birmingham. I always say there's something direful in the
Oriel
sound.
Thorns.
Emma.
Emma is correct, yes. Oriel College, these bonuses are on a writer. In 1850, which writer became the first editor of the magazine Household Words? He used it to serialise his non-fiction work, A Child's History of England.
Dickens. Dickens. I don't think so. Thackeray.
What?
Thackeray. Thackeray.
No, it was Dickens, Charles Dickens. The periodical Master Humphrey's Clock, written and edited entirely by Dickens, saw the first publication of 2 of his novels. One was Barnaby Rudge. What was the other concerning Nell Trent and her grandfather?
No.
The Old Curiosity Shop.
Yeah. What is it?
The Old Curiosity Shop.
The Old Curiosity Shop.
Correct. Which was the second of Dickens's novels to be published, appearing as monthly instalments in the periodical Bentley's Miscellany from 1837?
Oh, Pickwick Papers. Yeah.
The Pickwick Papers.
No, it's Oliver Twist. 10 points for this. Born in 1839, Joaquim Machado de Assis gives his name to a prestigious literary prize in which South American country?
Bristol Rolleston.
Argentina.
Nope.
Oriel Helms.
Brazil.
Brazil is correct, yes. Right, these bonuses are on physical principles. In each case, identify the scientist after whom the following are named. Firstly, after a Swiss mathematician, a principle in fluid dynamics that relates the pressure drop in a fluid to the increase in its flow speed.
Gauss.
Fibonacci's Swiss too, right?
No, I don't think so.
Bernoulli, right. Bernoulli.
Correct. After a French physicist, secondly, born 1794, the diffraction pattern created by an opaque object is identical to the diffraction pattern from a hole of the same shape and size.
Too late for Pascal. Name a French physicist from the period. Gay-Lussac.
No, it's Jacques Babinet, Babinet principle. And finally, after an ancient mathematician, the weight of liquid displaced by a floating body is equal to the weight of the body.
Archimedes.
Yes. 10 points for this. A leading proponent of humanism and secularism, which British academics' works include What is Chemistry, Molecules and Galileo's Finger, the 10 Great Ideas of Science?
Bristol Tomset.
Atkins.
It is Peter Atkins, yes. Your bonuses are on the Lake District, Bristol. One of the steepest roads in England, with a maximum gradient of 33%, which pass links Eskdale with the Duddon Valley? Near the summit are the remains of a Roman fort. Let's have an answer, please.
We don't know.
It's Hardknott Pass. Setting a new UK record for any 24-hour period, how many millimetres of rain fell at Honister Pass in the Lake District in the 24 hours up to 6 p.m. GMT on the 5th of December 2015? You can have 10% either way.
160. 24 hours. 16 centimetres, that's a lot of rain. Yeah, it is.
16.
160.
Yeah, 160 millimetres.
No, it's much better than that. It was 341.4 millimetres. Newlands Pass links Buttermere with which town to the northeast on the shores of Derwentwater? Come on, let's have it, please.
Coniston.
No, it's Keswick. Right, we're about halfway through the contest. We're going to take a music round. For your music starter, you'll hear a piece of classical music by a German composer. For 10 points, simply identify the composer.
Bristol Rolleston.
Beethoven.
It is Beethoven, yes, his violin concerto in D major. It was his only violin concerto, which was identified by the 19th century violinist Joseph Joachim as one of the 4 great German violin concerti. For your music bonuses, you'll hear the other 3, and I want you to identify the composer of each. Firstly, for 5, according to Joachim, the richest and most seductive of the 4.
Objections. Haydn.
No, that's Bruch. Secondly, this one, which vies in seriousness with the Beethoven, he says. Come on.
Pass.
That was by Brahms. And finally, what Joachim named the heart's jewel.
This is Haydn, isn't it? Oh, no, this is definitely Mendelssohn. No, this is definitely
Mendelssohn. Mendelssohn.
Correct. Right, 10 points for this. Popularised by George Orwell in 1984, what two-word term denotes a mechanism for the disposal of inconvenient or embarrassing information?
Bristol Tomset.
Memory hole.
Memory hole is correct. Bristol, these bonuses are on the novels of Virginia Woolf. In each case, identify the novel from its characters. Firstly, Minter Doyle, Charles Tansley, Lily Briscoe and James Ramsay.
Yeah, to the lighthouse.
To the Lighthouse is correct, yes. Secondly, Bernard, Percival, Rhoda, Susan and Dr. Crane.
Percival, would that be Orlando? Or... I'm just thinking there's a person in there, and he's sort of like...
Yes, it's a long period. Orlando.
No, that's the Waves. And lastly, Sasha, Shell, Archduke Harry, Mr. Pope and Queen Elizabeth I.
Yeah. Orlando.
That is Orlando, yes. Right, 10 points for this. In which novel of 1988 do three publishing editors invent a conspiracy theory that moves beyond their control? It shares its name with a device designed by a 19th century French physicist to demonstrate...
Bristol Jackson.
Foucault's pendulum.
Correct. Right, these bonuses, Bristol, are on chemistry. Born in Massachusetts in 1875, which physical chemist gives his name to the dot diagrams that show the electronic structures of molecules?
No, Newman's a different one. Oh, haven't had to do this since like year 9.
I'm just going to let you think about it because you're going to recall them by Newman.
I don't think you might as well say Newman, it's not going to come together, I think.
Newman.
No, it's Lewis. Lewis is noted for his work on which chemical bond formed by the sharing of pairs of electrons between atoms?
Yeah, covalent bonding.
Correct. Which US Nobel laureate developed Lewis's work on electron-paired bonding, making it the subject of his 1939 work, The Nature of the Chemical Bond?
I think that might be Pauli.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, no. Who's the orange juice obsessive? What's his name? Oh, there's a P. Acids. No, is it Pauli? No, it's Pauli America.
I was thinking Pauling rather than Pauling.
Pauling, yes, that's the one.
Yeah. Linus Pauling.
Linus Pauling is correct. 10 points for this. Words are the tokens current and accepted for conceits, as monies are for values. Who wrote this in the 1605 work, The Advancement of Learning?
Oriel Chantonas.
Francis Bacon.
Correct. These bonuses, Oriel College, are on 20th century China. During World War II, which Chinese leader was nicknamed Cash My Check because of his constant demands for Western aid?
Chiang Kai-shek, maybe?
Yeah.
Chiang Kai-shek.
Correct. Chiang reportedly said that the Japanese were a disease of the skin. Which grouping did he describe as a disease of the heart?
I suppose the Americans. Wouldn't be the Americans, would it?
No, it wouldn't. It's the communists.
Right.
From 1979 to 2006, the airport of which major city was named after Chiang Kai-shek?
Taipei?
Sure.
Taipei.
Correct. We're going to take a second picture round. For your picture starter, you'll see an actor in a Shakespearean role. 10 points if you can identify both the actor and the role.
Bristol Clark.
Kim Cattrall as Cleopatra.
Correct. So for your picture bonuses, 3 more actors in the same role, 5 points for each you can identify. Firstly, for 5.
Is it a young version of something?
I think we better have an answer, please.
No, got to do with it.
Judi Dench.
No, it's Glenda Jackson in 1978. Secondly,
She's really cool, but I don't know who she is.
I don't want to pass.
Smith. No. I'm not paying attention to who she was.
come on.
Pass.
That's Vanessa Redgrave in a 1995 production. And finally...
That's Helen Mirren.
Yeah. Yeah. Helen Mirren.
That is Helen Mirren in 1982. Right, 10 points for this starter question. Fingers on the buzzers. Used as an electrolyte in dry cells and as a flavouring in salty licorice, what chemical compound has the formula NH4Cl?
Bristol Tomset.
Ammonium chloride.
Correct. Bristol, these bonuses are on Northern Ireland. The first 5 letters of the name of which Northern Irish county spell an Italian word meaning stop?
Ferma? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah. Fermana is the answer.
Yeah, Fermanagh.
Correct. The first 4 letters of which county's name spell the first word of Virgil's Aeneid in the original Latin? Come on.
Antrim.
No, it's Armagh. I sing of arms and the man. And finally, the first 3 letters of the name of which Northern Irish county spell a short word whose Italian translation is formica?
That is because formica is ants, termites. That probably is
That is
Antrim.
Antrim. Yeah, Antrim.
Correct. 5 minutes to go, 10 points for this. The northernmost province of South Africa is named after which...
Bristol Tomset.
Limpopo.
Correct. Bristol, these bonuses are on British national parks. Firstly, the closest national park to Glasgow is named in part after which body of water?
Loch Lomond. Yes, Loch Lomond and the Trossachs.
Yeah.
And the Trossachs.
Both.
Yeah.
Nominate Tomset.
Loch Lomond and the Trossachs.
That's correct. Yeah, I just needed Loch Lomond. Secondly, which English national park lies less than 40 miles southwest of Cardiff across the Bristol Channel? By road, it's around 100 miles.
No, that's in Wales.
Exmoor.
Correct. Established in 2011, what is the nearest national park to London?
Oh, is that the South Downs? Yeah.
Yeah, South Downs.
Correct. There's 4 minutes to go and there are 10 points for this. Comprising 44 volumes and taking more than a half a century to be completed, the work known as the Histoire naturelle was written primarily by which French naturalist?
Oriel Helms.
Diderot, but it's not.
It's not, I'm afraid. You lose 5 points. Which French naturalist born 1707? One of you may buzz from Bristol.
Bristol Jackson.
Lamarck.
No, it's Buffon. 10 points for this. Of the 6 flavours of quarks in the standard model of particle physics, which comes last in the dictionary?
Oriel Monaghan.
Strange.
Bristol Jackson.
Up.
Up is correct. These bonuses are on astronomy, Bristol. What precise 7-letter term denotes the passage of Mercury or Venus across the disk of the Sun, a phenomenon similar to a lunar eclipse?
Transit.
Transit.
Correct. Transits of Venus occurred in 2004 and 2012. In which year will the next one occur? You can have 10 years either way.
It's like 70 or something, isn't it? Was it 20?
It's like 90 years or something.
Yeah.
You said 20.
I said 2070, but 2090?
70
10
years
years
old.
either way,
Yeah, 2090.
Yeah.
2090.
No, it's 2117. And finally, which navigator commanded the British expedition that observed the transit of Venus from Tahiti in 1769?
Cook.
Captain Cook is correct. There's 2.5 minutes to go, 10 points for this. World Heritage Sites in which country include the historic centre of Évora, the cultural landscape of Sintra and the Alto Douro wine region?
Bristol Tomset.
Portugal.
Portugal is correct. These bonuses are on an Italian republic, Bristol. Between 1256 and 1381, 4 wars took place between the Republic of Venice and which other Italian republic for supremacy in the Mediterranean Sea?
Genoa. Oh, yeah. That would make, in terms of the other big merchant republic.
Come on.
They're in the wrong side. Yeah, but
right.
the Mediterranean is...
Okay.
Maybe. Could what are you thinking?
Well, Dalmatia, but go with Genoa.
Yeah.
More famous republic.
Come on.
Genoa.
It's Genoa, that's correct. Which mountainous island to the west of the Italian mainland was annexed to the state of Genoa in 1284 and ceded to France by the Treaty of Versailles in 1768?
Corsica.
Correct. Genoa was occupied by Napoleon and then annexed by France, but the Congress of Vienna gave it to which dynastic family? The kings of Sardinia and later of Italy. Let's have it, please. Come on.
Pass.
The House of Savoy. Right, 10 points for this. Fingers on the buzzers. Its name derived from the Greek for visible life. What is the current geological eon?
Bristol Jackson.
Phanerozoic.
That's correct. You get a set of bonuses this time on art and music, Bristol. Inspired by the paintings of Francisco Goya, the opera and piano suite known as the Goyescas are works by which composer born in Catalonia in 1867? Let's have an answer, please.
We don't know.
It's Granados. Which Russian composer wrote the 1909 tone poem Isle of the Dead, based on a work of the same title by the Swiss artist Arnold Böcklin?
Rachmaninoff.
Correct. Which opera by Igor Stravinsky with a libretto by W.H. Auden is based on a series of paintings by William Hogarth? And at the goal, Oriel College Oxford had 70, Bristol University had 265. Well, I don't know what happened to you chaps from Oxford, but you seem to be asleep most of the time. You were certainly beaten by a very strong team. They're pretty good. That's a very, very impressive score, 265 Bristol. Many congratulations to you, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the quarter-finals. Congratulations. I hope you can join us next time for the last of the second-round matches, but until then, it's goodbye from Oriel College, Oxford.
Bye.
Bye.
It's goodbye from Bristol University.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.